All right, now you guys should be able to hear me. Oh shit, I gotta mute that. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta mute my emails. Give me 1 second here. Desktop. Take my emails off. Where's the other tab? Here we go. Mute. There we go. Okay. Should get annoying Outlook dings and chimes during the live stream now. Alright. Hoping you guys can hear me. Just gotta check very quickly. And then we're gonna go ahead and watch this. We'll see how it goes. Don't expect much from this, as it's just here we go. It's just about the third-party updates, so I think it's probably gonna be stuff we already saw, but might as well talk about it. Might be able to see new trailers for games coming out, so that we already know about, which is exciting enough. So we'll tamper expectations. All right. Come on, man. There we go. Okay. All right. Hope all you are doing well. Otherwise, I completed Star Wars Jedi Survivor a couple of days ago, and I posted up that gameplay video I did. Just kind of, again, kind of playing around with different styles of content. I think it's pretty clear that people don't care much for the longer form gameplay videos. It's always a bit, you know, hard to watch, I guess, just because they're, at this point, like, they're like an hour long, and it's at a random point in the game. There's not really much happening, and it's more just live commentary. So I'm probably gonna, not do those much going forward. In fact, maybe for very, very specific circumstances, we might do videos like that. But I think it's pretty clear to me at this point that, I did one for Cyberpunk and it did very well. But I think also it's because I did a really good job with titling that video where people were clicking on it, not because they thought it was a casual, gameplay video, but they thought it was more of like this kind of diagnostic of the city itself and the world and stuff, and it was very beautifully edited because the title of that video is it kind of alludes to that almost. I can see how people are kind of tricked into that. So and it's just me trying to make things sound a little bit better, I guess, or more exciting than they actually are. But Yeah, probably not going to be doing those any further. Um, I am considering bringing back a shorter, by shorter I mean 10 to 15 minutes, impression video for some of these larger games. Though I think I might do that. I don't know if I want to do, uh, reviews for all these major games coming out. Because as we're, and this is kind of the stuff that I'm still figuring out internally. I think going into next year, we're going to see some major changes with the content on the channel. I'm going to probably, I'm not going to get rid of completely, but I'm going to dial back the reviews significantly to the point where I'm probably not going to review or talk about a lot of these more obscure or niche titles as much. It's going to be really a case by case scenario for like the bigger budget games. So like Starfield or Spider-Man 2 for instance. But I wouldn't review stuff like the Lords of the Fallen, reboot that just came out, or maybe something like uh, what else is coming out? Or what else has come out? Maybe more like Mortal Kombat 11, Liza P. Great games, I'm sure. Games that I'm really looking forward to playing. But I don't know if the audience that you guys that watch my videos is necessarily interested in those. I think that I have a good grasp that you guys are into story-driven games and content, and I love those type of games as well. But I I feel like I tend to play a lot of stuff, and so my mind's kind of everywhere when it comes to those type of releases. So probably not going to be talking about those much going forward. I'm still thinking it over in my head, but we'll see how it goes there. See, Jacob is the first to chat. You're so supportive, but that's why you're bae. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. The only thing I'm really kind of looking forward to with this conference, whatever you want to call it, is Alan Wake 2, the launch trailer. I'm still holding off for a physical release. Someone directly asked Sam Lake and was like, you had THQ reach out to you about making a physical disc. Any differences in plans? And Sam Lake, unfortunately, was like, it's a digital game at the moment. We have no plans, which sucks because you have a publisher here who's like just willing to go ahead and take care of all the cost, and I think like they see the value in it. I know THQ would make a lot of money from the physical copies, if they actually produce that. It just like it just sucks. It's weird to me. I'm hoping that perhaps Limited Run or IM8-bit, someone picks up the game and does a limited physical release for Alan Wake 2. Because I would pay 80 to $100 if that was the case for that game. It might be stupid, but that is a game that out of all the games that I would really want physical, I mean, I want a physical of Alan Wake 2 more than I want a physical for The Man Who Erased His Name, the Like a Dragon Yakuza spinoff. Even though we're not getting either US physical disc, at least in Japan, the Man Who Erased His Name, that game is getting a physical release in Japan, and it's region free, and it actually has English subtitles. So I just pre-ordered on Play Asia, and that's being imported from Japan to me, and it's gonna play just like it normally does. I'm just gonna have to go into the settings and change the language options, but there's a workaround there. There is nothing for Alan Wake 2 whatsoever. So and it's just it's a Remedy game. Like, I know I'm gonna like it. It's a game that people have been waiting over a decade for. A sequel for a game taking this long, and to the point where people almost thought it wasn't going to be coming out at all. There's something magical there. There's something special, and I would love to have that immortalized as a physical disc in my collection, more so than most of the other games that come out. But yeah, I don't ever see discs going away. I think that what's going to happen in the future is it's going to adapt much like the film industry, where things come out first digitally, and then you wait 2 or 3 months for it to come out on disc. That's how movies operate right now. Like you can go and rent or stream whatever. What is it? The Indiana Jones film. I don't think that's out physically, but you can go and stream that, or you could have gone and streamed that weeks and months before the actual disc comes out. I think it's going to be the same thing with games in the future. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. No, that's a good point, Hunter. They're gonna do. Yeah, I would expect something like that. I think either limited run, IM 8-bit, one of those companies might pick it up. That's what I'm hoping, because they don't want to work with THQ on that. Yeah, and they can double dip. Would I buy it digitally? I mean, at that point, that's 6 months to a year. I mean, yeah, I guess I would probably pick it up on sale. I don't have the game pre-ordered. I don't. The pre-ordering concept for digital goods makes zero sense whatsoever. Like it's just for the company's facts and figures so they can tell the investors, look how much interest we have. But the idea that the game has stock and you need to pre-order it, at least the digital license, is hilarious to me. They're trying to sit here like pre-order the game. It makes completely no sense. But yeah, that's where I see the industry going in the future. I don't think the consoles would give up a disc drive either. The reason I say that is because I think they know that people use their consoles as a multimedia hub, and they kind of like the idea of having a 4K Blu-ray drive in there. So, people are going to buy their system. Oh, here's the stream. People are going to buy their system, and they're going to use it for more than just playing games. Might pick up a 4K Blu-ray or stuff, or they might have a library of previous movies, and it's just it's just this. I guess the knowledge of knowing that you have something that can play all your media, whether it's old or new. By the way, is the audio okay? I can turn it down or up, depending. It's pretty loud for me. I'm going to turn down my headphones, actually. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the original concept around pre-ordering, is so that they know how much stock to satisfy. Sometimes they overdo it. That's happened to me before, where you pre-order stuff. That's happened to me at GameStop a lot, where you pre-order stuff and it's like, oh, we sold more stock. Sorry. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's see how this is. Again, it's just updates on third-party stuff, so I don't expect any new announcements here, but we should get some cool trailers at the very least. Voice, and so the mix is fine. Oh, perfect. Speaking of the Like a Dragon spinoff. Oh, this is the 8th game. Okay. So it's weird, the spin-off is not getting a physical disc, but the mainline entry, Yakuza 8, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, is getting a physical disc. Weird.
Too many street punks getting you down? Time for the getaway you deserve? Dondoko Island is the destination for you.
Dondoko.
Welcome to your vacation within a vacation. Where cozy DIY
It's a mini game. Do you have to run your own hotel?
Your surroundings.
Oh god.
Buy unique furniture. or
the
simply
water looked like from
yourself.
360. They need to, they definitely need to upgrade their engine. Because this is still their PS4 engine. But they held on to that PS3
And
engine
watch
for a
as your
long
dream
time.
home unfolds.
They were using
Just
that
the way
well
you
into
like
the
it.
PS4's life cycle. So I expect it's going to be another game or two before we start seeing an engine change. It's just, you know, I don't think the Japanese care very much about
In
visuals.
fact, you can customize the whole island to your
You know,
heart's
you have like the
content.
Final Fantasy guys who do some good stuff with tech, but it's
Make
usually the
friends
European
with memorable
developers that put a lot of
characters.
advanced stuff in their games. I have no idea what's happening. This looks to me like you literally run your own hotel or resort, whatever you want
And
to
give
say.
them the time of their lives.
I don't even know how to react to this.
But beware of certain uninvited guests. You'll have to beat some sense into them to preserve your island kingdom.
You know what I'm just realizing though? This is real-time combat. That game was. I know it's going to be a turn-based game still, but they're going to have both, I guess, depending on what you're doing.
Build infrastructure. Interact with others.
Yeah, it's like Sims. But you can like do other things.
And develop your own resort island. Your way.
I like how he just holds on to that Hercules beetle. Alright, well, I don't know. If I was going to Hawaii, that probably wouldn't be my first place I'd go here, but, this reminds me of, I guess, they had that business game, that mini game in Like a Dragon, just Yakuza Like a Dragon, where you can run your own company and stuff. This just looks like the next iteration of that. I'll probably ignore that, just like I did with the with the business aspect of Like a Dragon. Future Labs. Oh, the Power Wash Simulator, guys. It's like a platformer. It's like Ghost Runner, but third person. That's exactly what it looks like to me. It looks like Ghost Runner, third person, maybe a bit of Crackdown thrown in there. Huh. Icaro? Is that what it's? Yeah, Icaro. Oh, what's this? Deepwater Horizon, the video game. It's atmospheric, at least. I just played this game called Under the Waves not too long ago. This is kind of reminded me of it, but it's a first-person game. Definitely don't skip out on Under the Waves, by the way. That's a good game. This one has more horror, though. Sounds like a monkey. I wonder what it is. It literally sounds like a monkey. This could be good if it's executed. Okay. If it's executed really well, this could be good. I'm interested in that. Kind of like a Soma almost, except not as sci-fi. It's kind of more modern. That could be interesting. Yeah, good visuals. Video game logic.
It seems.
Here we go. I played the demo for this, and I uploaded a video. Very impressed with this game.
Every gang in the city start advertising their services.
I've got to go, but the party goes on.
We need to find him before things get out of control.
Demo was a surprising joy. I was literally expecting just like a mediocre game, you know? Like, okay, I hope it's decent. And it's pretty awesome.
Hear music. We're getting close. Definitely hear some commotion on the other side.
Justice never sleeps.
I'm not playing any more games! After him!
I have a large supply of bullets.
I ain't scared of you. I'm pumped up with nuke like a freaking power plant.
Then get ready for a meltdown.
What's that noise?
It's at 209. Yeah, the demo was great. So I'm definitely picking this one up. It does look really good. I hope it runs well and looks good on console, because the PC one was good. It looked great, but it had some shader compilation stuttering and stuff like that.
I'm Philipp Seifried, Technical Director on Dungeons of Hinterberg.
And I'm Regina Reisinger, Art Director on Dungeons of Hinterberg. I know a lot of you have been asking to see more of the social aspects of Hinterberg, and how the people you hang out with can help you as you progress through the game. So we're excited to give you a better look.
In this short trailer, we will give you a glimpse at how you might spend a typical day in Dungeons of Hinterberg. Decide which overworld to travel to, spend the day slaying and puzzling in a dungeon, and then head back to the village to befriend someone who may be the key to your success.
This looks like a Switch game. Good art, though. I do like the style of it. Looks like a stencil drawing, almost. Yeah, it is good music. Oh, Okami. You know what? Yeah. I see a bit of that now. I need to pick up a physical copy of Okami for my collection. I have it on my list, but I haven't seen it anywhere. It's probably expensive. I do like the music a lot. What's the concept, though? It kind of reminds me of, what was that game I played earlier this year? Seasons. A Letter to the Future. It's kind of like a slice of life game. That's what that looks like. It also looks like a Switch game. That'd probably be better suited for the Switch. Just saying. Yeah, I know they have HD, re-releases of Okami. I want like an original PS2 copy. That's what I meant by that. But yeah, maybe it's because the re-releases did keep the price down. That's not the case for Silent Hill, where they ruined the re-releases, and now it's like $150 for an original copy of Silent Hill 2. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay. Well, if I see it around, I'll definitely get it. It's a next-gen Fox. Okay. Spirit of the North. Let's go. Spirit of the North 2? It's a sequel. Don't recall anything about the first one. There's a new... Oh, the Ikara Will Not Die was the new game reveal. Okay. Could you imagine if they say that's it? What's the time now? It's only been 15 minutes. Oh, shit. Really? I was not expecting this. We're gonna get in-engine footage? Oh my god. Oh my god, this looks incredible. Look at the mud. Oh my god. The fucking hair. I was not expecting this. Holy shit. It looks like they took all the systems from Metal Gear Solid 5, which were fantastic, and they put it into this game. It's really all they need to do. Dude, that looks amazing. I'm really excited for that now. I don't know when we'll get it, but Unreal Engine 5. I was gonna say, I don't even know what engine that they're using, but absolutely. That looked fucking phenomenal. And now it's called Metal Gear Solid Delta now.
You have been chosen to
Which is
govern
cool.
a land of great peril and promise.
Well, that put me in a great mood.
It has suffered long from the scourge of banditry. But there is another threat, an illegitimate baron who claims the northern territories as his own. Will you prove yourself worthy of this honor? Or will you perish?
Yes, Metal Gear was an exclusive to PlayStation. I do hope that one day they'll find a way to get Metal Gear Solid 4 on other systems, or like in the form of a collection. That always seems to be the one outlier game. My guess is because Sony still owns the rights to it. It's a weird one. You know, of all the studios that Microsoft's been purchasing, I really, really wish that they would just buy Konami. That's one studio that I wouldn't mind getting swallowed up, or one publisher company. Just because, you know, I would love to see Castlevania come back, Metal Gear come back. Konami has, what's the other franchise? They have another franchise. They have a lot of great games that are just sitting dormant. Oh, Silent Hill, of course, that we're getting a remake of. But they have a lot of great franchises that are just dormant. I would not mind if they got purchased, because I don't think anyone at Konami really cares. But we'll see what happens. So that was kind of like a Sim City, but for the I guess the knights and stuff. That timeline. All right, well, they already surprised me. Let's see how they do for the rest of the stream. Oh, this is a console release for those ex-Battlefield devs. The whole game is destructible, right? It's a multiplayer shooter. The finals, that's right. I'm curious about this game. It's a multiplayer only game. I think it might even be free to play, although I'm not exactly sure. But I love the concept. The way it looks is really cool. And it kind of looks like the Battlefield that everyone wants. Well, if it looks and runs this smoothly on console, that's amazing.
No doubt about it, Scotty. We've got strategy to play.
Jacob, I thought you got into the... Yeah, you're in the alpha. That's right.
Look at this! It's a trap!
So I guess it's not out yet. It's been in early access, is what you're saying. That's an interesting concept that you're just in a giant arena and everyone's watching you. So it's joined the beta. I guess they're having a beta for Xbox. Fucking Ark. Oh. I'm so tired of hearing about this franchise. What happened to Vin Diesel? Because they showed that trailer with Vin Diesel. Did that ever happen? For anyone who played Ark. It's like they hired Vin Diesel for that trailer, you know, and they didn't do anything with him. There's no release date on the Vin Diesel DLC. Or are you talking about the finals? The finals, okay. Well, if history repeats itself, the original Ark game launched and looked pretty like this, and then when the game came out, it had like pop in like everywhere, and it was running at 10 FPS. So I wonder if it will be the exact same situation here. I don't care if Ark for me was almost kind of responsible for the push for all these like free-to-play games. Or not really free-to-play, early access, I mean. I think it was like the first majorly commercial, like successful game for early access. I don't know. Or something, it was like it was one of the early or first titles to use early access. And I'm not a fan of early access at all. I don't like the concept that you're buying something that's in progress and there's no guarantee it will ever be finished. And you're basically a beta tester. It was? Yeah. Here we go, Alan Wake 2.
Heart next to the body. This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual.
I love that Sam Lake's in the game.
A page of text written with a typewriter. Someone's been watching us.
How do you run from an idea? From a story that lives in your head? I need to escape this nightmare.
Wake says the story will change reality around us.
Fucking graphics are insane, man. It literally looks photorealistic during certain angles.
I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Now she's writing. Interesting. Every single time they show the game, it looks fucking incredible. And that's why it deserves a physical release. Now we're just getting straight gameplay.
The page says the record will open the overlap. Or is the page predetermining it? Am I just playing into the story?
Ooh, that's a cool effect. That is scary. That's a cool effect. Where do you shoot? Aim for the head. Which head? Oh, jeez.
She can't see me in the light.
Interesting.
Where is she?
There we go. God, it's so gory. I would love to see, like, Dead Space's, the remake of Dead Space, that gore system with these types of enemies. That would be really cool. Anyway, this looks just phenomenal.
The song will show me the way.
Look in the mirror, cobweb of my soul, my face forever, seeking to be whole, driven by passion, raging like a storm.
The overlap is at the pond. Fuck. Here we go again.
So you know what's really cool? Those scenes where you see the flickering, the black and white images, those are actually the death screens. Someone on Twitter posted up, this is what happens when you die in Alan Wake 2, and it's like straight out of a horror film. Like it flickers between different scenes like that. It just looks absolutely insane. That is a really funny point, Hunter. I remember playing Uncharted 2, and I was like, games can never look better than this. Like, this is it. And it's funny because those games still look amazing, and they always will. So, okay, they're going to end it here. But yeah, I noticed right now it's about the way the image is processed more than the density and the detail in the environments. Here, I'm going to turn this down a bit. So it's like we can do all these kind of filmic and cinematic effects, and the detail level can be, it's improved, yes, but it's not like the jump like the PS3 was from the PS2, or from like, I don't know, the Xbox 360 to the original Xbox. Like, you're not really seeing like that dramatic of a jump anymore, but there's more processing that kind of goes into the image itself, so it looks more cinematic, I guess. Anyway, that looked fantastic. Yeah, there's a few surprises in there. I'm glad that they included those surprises. Cancel this. We got to see Metal Gear Solid Delta, the Snake Eater remake. Looks amazing. Again, I was not really expecting that. And then Alan Wake 2 stuff, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. So, I think that they pretty much did exactly what they said they were going to do. It's third-party games and updates and stuff like that, but they, threw a couple of surprises in there. So, that was pretty awesome. I actually had a good time watching that. It was fun. Alrighty, well, I think that about it covers the live stream here. We'll see if there's any more for the end of the year. I'm going to the Game Awards in December, so that I will not be live streaming that because I'll actually be there. Jake and I will be going, so I gotta buy tickets, which I believe go live next week. So we'll see. But I think maybe PlayStation will have an state of play just before the year ends. They've been really dragging their feet, quite honestly. Sony has. And the games have been coming out, but for me, it's the lack of announcements. And they're showing stuff, and they're saying, oh, it's coming soon, and then we don't hear about it for like a year and a half. Like, I'm still wondering what's happening with Stellar Blade, Little Devil Inside. Like, these are games that I'm really looking forward to playing. But and we were supposed to be getting actually this year. I believe those games had a 2023 release, and we're still waiting. What are the updates? And every single state of play that seems to follow ignores these games. I don't know. They flexed, they flexed with Metal Gear. I mean, it's been a third-party game for a while now. Metal Gear Solid 5 was a simultaneous release on all platforms, so nothing new. But it's funny because now Microsoft owns Activision, so they have Crash and they have Spyro and all these classic franchises. It's weird how things kind of come full circle there. My best hope for the Microsoft Activision acquisition is that they bring back a lot of these dormant franchises that have a lot of potential, but we just haven't seen due to, you know, whether that be the leadership over at these companies just not having enough fate or not even knowing what people want. I would love to see true crime come back. I would love to see Singularity come back in the form of like a remake or some, just in some way. I would love to see these games that weren't necessarily big releases, but are really cool concepts and ones that deserve to be explored more, return for modern games in some way. It seems that, you know, the way the industry goes these days is we have remakes and remasters of a lot of these older games. I think that's great for games that were like on the 5th and 6th generation, like the Resident Evil remakes. Those are absolutely fantastic. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have stuff like the Last of Us remake, which wasn't necessary. But stuff like Metal Gear Solid 3, that was a PlayStation 2 game, original Xbox game, whatever, and that's awesome to see it being remade in Unreal Engine 5. You get a completely different... I believe Metal Gear Solid 3 was a top-down perspective, right? Because they released the what was it called? Subsistence, whatever it was. They did a re-release of the Metal Gear Solid games where it was an actual 3D camera, but I think the original games were top-down almost. I might be wrong about that though. But stuff like that where, you know, you only had so much technology to work with. You could only do so much with the environments and the characters and the way that everything looks. It's great to have these games come back because people, you know, who weren't able to experience these games the first time around, you know, finally get to experience these games. So it's just great all around. Yeah, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, absolutely. And it's a shame because the 1 and 2 remakes were also awesome, and I think that they close down that studio. I thought Activision did that. They closed down starts with the V, Vicarian, something like that. I thought they closed down that studio, but hey, they own that now. They could absolutely resurrect that, and that's awesome. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 were, in my opinion, the best of the franchise. I like 3 the best. I know a lot of people like 4, but I remember 3 very, very, very fondly. So, Vicarious Visions, thank you. Yeah, I thought they closed. I'm pretty sure Activision closed that down. But yeah, I think that's really great. But you know, we're in sort of uncharted territory, so to speak, with the industry right now with all these acquisitions. We do not know what the long-term effects are. And if the industry is going the way of streaming, then consolidation is pretty great. But Sean Layden, the ex-president of PlayStation, posted up saying, I think he did an interview or something, and he was saying that consolidation could absolutely be the death of creativity. And he has a point there, you know? If everyone's just combining and purchasing studios and stuff like that, and there's only so much, you know, there's so much money being spent on acquiring studios that not much is being invested into the games that they're making, you know, that could spell trouble, but we're just going to have to see. Praise Uncle Phil. Phil Spencer's, the thing I like about Phil Spencer is he's a straight shooter. You know, he just sort of tells it like it is, and it's not always positive, but I do appreciate that humbleness that you just don't get very often in the industry. It's why, part of the reason why I'm really not a fan of Jim Ryan. Great business guy, you know, Jim Ryan is, but no one likes Jim Ryan as a leader. You know, maybe the people who work for him, maybe those are the only people. But like, I remember watching Jim Ryan because he used to held the Gamescom stuff for PlayStation. He would actually run the conferences there, and he was always like he never really had a great speaking voice. He never really had a great stage presence. It was just boring to watch him talk. And versus someone like Sean Layden, or even before him, Jack Tretton, there was humbleness there. You got the sense that they were gamers that actually cared about the industry. It's the same thing like Don Matrick before Phil Spencer was a corporate guy. No one likes Don Matrick. And then Phil Spencer, obviously you can tell Phil Spencer plays games. You know, he's a gamer at heart. The last game Jim Ryan played was Pog, yeah. We'll see. Anyway, I glad I watched the conference. Pretty exciting. There was some cool surprises in there, and overall, it was nice to get some updates on things. The only thing I wish we got was release dates, but hey, no one's really giving out release dates right now. The industry is so volatile that things change so quickly, so that's not really something that you could put blame on. But all right, I guess I'll catch you guys later. We'll see if PlayStation does State of Play before the end of the year, and we'll do that. And otherwise, I might do a review of the Game Awards after I come back from that show. We'll see. And then don't forget as well, coming up, the thing I'm really looking forward to is the servers for Battlefield Bad Company and Bad Company 2, as well as 1943 are closing. I'm going to be doing multiplayer gameplay for those games, and then Mirror's Edge Catalyst, I'm going to be doing a stream because the servers are closing for that as well. I think Crisis 2 or it's Crisis 3. Crisis 3 multiplayer is closing as well. I don't know if I'll cover that. I didn't like Crisis 3 multiplayer. I liked Crisis 2 a lot. But there's stuff to look forward to when it comes to these older games. So if you're into that, be on the lookout for that fairly soon. All right. See you guys later, and thank you very much.